Hi, water signs. It's Lulu, and today I'm going to do where are the cards? How y'all doing? I'm just trying to keep up with how we were doing things. Okay, so here they are. So I'll pull three cards. Okay, pull three cards. Read the first card, the story of the first card, and then we'll go to the next video, the story of the next card, and so on and so forth, just to keep up with whatever it is I started doing last week. Because what? No. Let's see here, darling. How y'all doing? Y'all okay? Okay. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for your patience, lady. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you that are truly doing the work, truly stepping more in alignment with your assignment. Instead of, trying to figure everything out, you're figuring things out as you go. It's a golden rule. Okay. What information do you have for the water signs? They are talking. The first card is surrender to inner peace. Surrender to your intuition. Star player. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Well, my little speech in the beginning right there was already what's going on. So we'll move these two cards over to the side. Okay. And they will have part 1, part 2, and part 3 in the caption. Okay. So this is surrender to inner peace. Okay. Yeah, it's time. Okay. There may have been a lot of emotional releases. You may have gone through a number of emotional releases, right? You may have went through all of the different feelings, all of the different panic attacks even, right? You may have gone through that thing where we cry and don't know why we're crying, but we know that it's good for us and we just let it flow. There's nothing there. There's no memories, no nothing. It just needs to flow. It needs to come out, right? That's the biggest thing that I felt looking at this card, right? She got to let it go and be at peace with herself, be at peace with her situation, be at peace with people who may have hurt her, be at peace with how things are working out. You see, I feel like there's something that happened that really catapulted you into some part of your ascension where you had to, like, you may have been holding on to someone or some things, whether it's like heirlooms or whether it's clothes, postcards. There's something that you may have been holding on to that it was time for you to release and really let go. Like that was the end of that chapter, and now you know that you can move forward, right? Maybe even sold a house, right? Maybe it's the family house. We need to talk about that one day, because wait, I feel like there's this there may have been a number of people around you that were like about confusion, right? They were agents of chaos. They were agents of confusion. They were people who were fine with where they were or where they are and didn't allow other people around them to grow. That's what they said, child. I don't know what they're talking about. There's even an energy of you feeling stuck, maybe in your sacral area. Maybe you've been having digestive issues. Maybe there's been something like going on with the womb here recently or something like that. Something that is triggering that was a sign of stagnation, a sign of complacency, a sign of being stuck and stuck around this environment, stuck with these people, just stuck. It's something about being stuck, and it's time for you to really let go and find your inner peace, right? Find the serenity and calm within, because there's always a way to be in the midst of chaos and still remain calm, right? We've talked about this on this channel many a times, okay? Many a times. When you sit inside, maybe it was a shitstorm that went on here recently, because there's a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, somebody throwing things. So just a lot of chaos. So in the midst of a shitstorm, you sit with calm clarity in the shitstorm. No matter how much stuff is going on outside of you, around you, any type of attacks or what have you, what is your next move? Your next move needs to be your next move needs to be your best move. So what is your next move? What is your plan of action? to come out of it. If you were to sit in that chaos, right? If you were to sit in that chaos and go back and forth with certain people, or sit and pity yourself because something didn't work out the way that you thought it would, lost your job, custody battle, whatever it is, like there could be all these different parts to a number of things that were going on at one time. And it was important for you to realize what you can and cannot control, what you can and cannot make happen, what moves you need to make, right? And the only way that you could do that is with that inner peace. Because some of you may have even been in a space where things were chaotic, things were in a space where you didn't know up from down, left from right. You were being pulled in different directions, okay? Some of you may have even felt like you were hypnotized or under hypnotism. We got to talk about that too. We have a lot that we need to talk about. I don't have an ink pen or a piece of paper right here. It's not cute. Now, there is this energy of releasing yourself from situations that were really burdening your spirit. Burden on your spirit that was moving into your body, okay? Clarify this inner peace. You gotta let yourself, let it go and let it be, baby. Let it go and let it be. When I am responsible, when I am responsible for my emotions, they are accountable to me. When I am responsible for my emotions, your emotions are accountable to you, okay? So this is you gathering yourself, realizing what part you played in certain situations, right? Forgiving yourself, having that compassion, right? Whew, I'm sorry I even put myself through it right there. I'm sorry I allowed myself to be that vulnerable with that person. I'm sorry that I was trying to hold on to something that needed to be released, and I saw that it needed to be released, but I kept holding on to it. Boom, tower moment, right? Caused this big uproar. So a lot of y'all probably been crying. A lot of folks been lying. A lot of folks, just been going through a whole lot of things in order to come back to center. You went through this to come back to who you are. You went through this to realize why all of these things were happening, and how in order for you to move forward, like many of you may own businesses, you may have I feel like when I say business, it may be that you have huge responsibilities, right? With those huge responsibilities, what happens is the more you grow, you get more responsibilities, right? So now you have to realize, okay, how can I delegate who does what and how that works, and even when it comes to keeping children or whatever it is that is going to require more of you in this next phase in your life, right? So with that being said, in order for you to evolve to this next level and to this next role or identity, right? You're learning this very valuable piece of this is emotional intelligence. This is you maturing on purpose with purpose when it comes being responsible and accountable for any parts that you may have played in some things, right? Especially when it comes to the matters of the heart. We live in a society right now. I'm not gonna go to preaching too much, but we live in a society now where people want to be fulfilled. They want someone outside of them to fulfill that void, feel a void. If you ask someone, why do they want a relationship? And if they tell you, I want someone to love me, well, more than likely that person may not love themselves though. Because if you love yourself, you know that you don't need any, because with relationships, it's a decision to continue to be with someone. Love is a beautiful thing, but unconditional love is even better in relationships, right? Just we understand each other. I'm an individual, you're an individual. We got something going on that we're growing towards together and separately, right? Don't get too far up in there, Lulu. This is not a love reading, but I'm just saying. So, but what I am saying is, if this has to do with love, if this has to do with you, some of you may even be going through emptiness syndrome. We need to talk about that too. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I can talk about what I can talk about. It's some stuff that I ain't touching it, okay? So, some of you may be going through emptiness syndrome as well. Okay, that's a process that a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, So whatever this is, you are learning. You are evolving into a better version of yourself by realizing what needs to be released, what needs to let go, how to be the bigger person. What does that mean? Because a lot of times people get caught up in they don't want to, like, I'm not going to be the bigger person. Fuck that. Well, you don't want to grow up now, do you? Because you got to choose your battles, right? You're just going to waste energy and not be able to just leap out like that in the middle of the water. Because I think it's water. It might be. Clarify this surrender to inner peace for my water signs. Look at this. Get in tune with your star player, okay? Realize how far you have come. And, you know, when you really, if you just go back to your last birthday, how far you have come, how much you have accomplished. Groundbreaking. This is Adriana. Adriana says that she is leading you toward, is that a woman? Yes, it is. Adriana is leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Here's the thing. When there's a lot of chaos going on and you feeding the chaos and moving into it and all that, if you're not still, if you are not taking time out with yourself, if you're not taking your goddess breaks and your God breaks, if you're not taking time out to do your emotional to-do list, if you're not taking time out to just sit with yourself and just surrender to the inner peace, it's going to be hard to see that you are being led. Some of you need to go back to your childhood or back to your childlike imagination. We are big on that over here. Okay? Because we get a lot done when we go back with our inner child. A lot can be done, and it can be done quicker than normal when you surrender to the joy and wonder of the inner child. That's what they said. Oh, it's so refreshing. I feel like you're being pulled out of a situation and it's going to be a huge relief for you. Even though you've done all of this crying, all of this forgiving, some of you have some more forgiving to do. Please forgive people. Okay? Please forgive people. And I do understand that sometimes it's going to take a little more work. It's going to take a little more therapy. It's going to take a little more sitting with yourself. It's going to take a little more spiritual baths. It's going to take a little more burning a whole lot of incense, burning a whole lot of everything to just, let me just let that go. Let me just let that go. I understand, bitch. Ma'am, I ain't calling y'all no bitch today. Except that one time. Sometimes it takes a lot. Okay? It is okay. That's what life is about, contradiction. Some people hold on to who they are to the point where they don't want to grow or mature. They don't want to level up or mature. Number one, it's scary. What's on the other side of forgiving someone that hurt you? What's on the other side of being betrayed? What's on the other side of all these things, right? But when you surrender to that inner peace and you receive the answers that you need and you realize that things are working out, you're being led. Before I walk out the door, I make sure I ask to my feet be guided. My tongue's still green from that chlorophyll. Guide me. Guide my steps, okay? Because sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we are just here, right? Especially if you've gone through all of this, what it looks like you went through. You're just here. I don't know who I can trust. I don't even know my value. I don't know my worth anymore. Like, it's like you're just in this space, this meditative space of borderline confusion and peace. You're right in the middle. It's the little thin line. It's the little thin line. So what I'm saying here is that some of you may even be going to like a shelter here, or someone you know, someone in your energy may need shelter. They have kids, right? I guess this many. And I feel like there is someone, like, I also feel like someone is being adopted. Whew. That was about to go into another story. Clarify this, Adriana, before we pull out the tarot cards. Ooh, I told you. Either an adoption or somebody having a baby. Seraphina, and she keep the Mina, Seraphina. I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Akasha, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life missions. Some of you may even work with children, or children feel at home, at peace with you because you're open. We got some things to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. With this, what I'm feeling is that some of you may be educators, right? Or there's two ways I'm hearing this. You're either an educator or you have a child that is in need of a special type of teacher, and it may require for you to relocate, okay? Because this has been stressing you out, okay? So if you are a teacher that is guided to teach children or teach about children, or I feel like the person I'm talking to may not even have children, and they keep questioning themselves about the gift that they have working with children. That's probably where adoption came from. I can't put it together. Yeah, I know how this go. Don't make it fit, but if you get a little tidbit of something right there. Now, this is a purple with this Akasha, but this is, I feel like the card is purple, but I also feel like this person has a lot of purple in their aura. Okay? The purple ray, or you work with the purple ray here. I also feel with this angel of children, somebody is having a baby, okay? It looks like a little boy. Okay, what about the little boy? Oh, let me see. Been praying for this baby. This child gonna, okay, so there's something about a child needing to be well taken care of, or you are the one that is meant to take care of this child. Okay, and yes, I understand that that can go for anyone who has children or what have you. We just talking about whoever I'm talking to in this spiritual conversation. Thank you. Now, but there's someone moving in or wanting to move in that has children because you have a lot of room. There's someone who is a teacher who is questioning themselves, and they need to surrender to inner peace so that they can be led to the answers about, because I really feel like you're going to run into a child who is going to solidify what you've been hearing when you sit with yourself, because people have been questioning you, or you may have had some kind of negative conversations or heard some rule of thumb about only these, like, you know how people say only married people should counsel married people or some shit, or now, or what do they say? Only people who are married should be counseling people, or what else do they say? Only therapists should do this. And let me tell you something. Therapists should counsel people about their problems. I have no problem with that. My thing is, if you grow up with that conditioning and that programming, it makes it hard for you to receive information from earth angels. It makes it hard for you to receive messages or confirmations from people that you just randomly meet. Like, I don't know what the fuck they told me that for. Like, you prayed about it last night, and then now today they confirming it. But because it's them and you were expecting another way, expectation. For agreements, read it. All right. And for the other person who is looking for a location for their special child, because I feel like someone is taking things into their own hands when it comes to, like, the doctors or educators are telling them, no, this is the only way. But someone has done research. There is research out there. There's peer reviews or whatever. There's a lot out there for you to find what you are looking for when it comes to how your child needs to be taught and the person that needs to teach them moving forward. But somebody moving in your house, and maybe you need to go ahead and make peace with that situation as well. So let's pull out some tarot cards and get into it. Now we're going to clarify these three angel oracle cards. Clarify this angel of happy families. I'm going to put these in order, but I'm going to still clarify that card since I asked. Clarify Seraphina for me, please. That's too many cards, but oh well. King of Swords. Seraphina is the angel of families and happy change. So someone may have gotten into it with their husband. Their husband is very vicious, very manipulative, plays a lot of mind games. He may be an ex-judge, lawyer, somebody in law enforcement, or maybe even a military guy or something like that. He may have been a sergeant. This is going to be, there's victory assured. So I feel like someone may be winning a custody battle, but overall they are winning maybe even a house, right? But something is changing in your family or your home dynamic. And it has to do with this King of Swords in reverse. This King of Swords in reverse is very, very narcissistic. He is very all about him and himself. Look at him. Let me look at him, Chad. He don't even know he upside down. Look at him. He don't know he upside down, and he'll sit up. He one of those people that'll sit up there and tell you, "Oh no, I can see perfectly fine." Like all the blood is rushing to your head, sir, and you can see upside. All right, reading. All right. Clarify this King of Swords, and what is he doing to Seraphina, baby? Because what? I believe that's the child's father. Yeah, there's heartbreak. And now it's time for someone to get this is the happy change, the Ten of Cups. The King of Swords only wanted to give or provide whatever he comes up with, right? He may have been someone who you recently broke up with or is trying to come back. So that's your life if you take him back. But overall, with that Six of Wands, this is a reason, cause for celebration. This is triumph, a victory, assured. This is spiritual balance, right? Your ancestors and angels are celebrating. This is your ships coming in and you having joy, bliss, and fulfillment. With this Ten of Cups, this is a relationship as well, coming out of heartache and getting what it is that you want. But some of you may be a little fearful. Again, surrender to inner peace. Now, let me stop pulling on that card. Surrendering to inner peace is going to be very, I feel like, calm down, because it's two sick people right here. Someone is getting an inheritance too, but it's going to take some time. It may take longer than what you thought, right? Because there may have been some type of mix-up in the past couple of months. So he is looking ill and just needs some help. Just, can you help me? And this person is standing strong, assured in front of him, and all I got for you is this sword. All I got for you is this information. All I got is an opportunity for you. But all I need is just a little kibble and bit. And it's just no, I don't have it. So I feel like this person that was hurt is now standing firmly in their truth. They know that the war is almost won. The war is almost over with. They may feel as though all the things that they went through almost killed them, almost took them out, but they stand assured. And again, it's a celebrate. Name that movie. That's what we need to start doing, y'all. Name that movie. Okay, let me go ahead and clarify these other two. Clarify Adriana. Adriana is the one who said that they are leading you to the answers. You prayed and you just need to listen and follow the steps, and they are communicating through your intuition, dreams, and your thoughts, okay? Clarify Adriana. See? And it looks like with Adriana, they're moving from one mountain to another one, right? Even though it's going in with this other mountain with the stairs. You're rising above, and they're leading you to a higher awareness, a better way of doing things with gentleness, ease, and grace, right? I'm telling you. Look at this. Clarifying Adriana is Temperance and the Sun. Majors, right? This is the major event that you are being led to if you chill out. That's what they said. With this Sun card, this is a huge new beginning. You don't even know the half of what is on the other side of the stars in this mountain, because I don't know. She just got that little torch. I don't want to go in dark places with no torch, because if, doing this kind of work, you don't know who might blow your torch out. I didn't see nothing. Where the wind come from? Just, I don't know, child. So this is a new beginning. This is also being fruitful and multiplying. I also feel like there is something that is coming in to bring you up. If you've been having vertigo, or if you've been having any type of issues with pulling yourself together from ADHD, bipolar, whatever it is, mental, this is a chemical imbalance, I feel. Once you really sit with yourself, maybe you tried to take yourself off your meds. Child, hold on. Maybe you tried to take yourself off your meds, right? And it wasn't time, or you didn't do it right. You're supposed to take half and half and half or whatever, right? But now you're back in a space where you're ready to start over again and really get yourself back together, because you were very productive when you were balanced, when your water and your brain was balanced, right? When your spine was aligned, or we got to talk about that too. When your spine was aligned, when you were getting all the nutritious energy flowing through the spine, up, see it flows up like that and bursts, and the other one flow out and down like that, boom, bursts out the bottom of your feet. But there's something about that. So this Temperance is a lot of balance. This is major balance, right? But this is a lot of emotional balance. This is a lot of not allowing yourself to be angry. We talked about that on the Patreon channel. the Patreon about anger this week, because there's a lot that is going to be transpiring in these next 6 months. So we just got to go ahead and be preparing ourselves, right? We're doing the work as we go, right? So at any rate, with this Temperance card, I feel like there may be someone who is coming in to help you with this as well. There may be an actual person that is coming in to help lead you to a more balanced lifestyle. Overall, this is your confidence coming back. This is the solar plexus. You're more enthused. You're confident. You're enthusiastic. You're excited, but you don't even know why. And it's just like, okay, I'm ready to take over the world. And I like it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Whatever information comes to you while you are in your heightened, you know how they say that people have manic episodes or whatever, and they go out and spend a whole lot of money or whatever. Try and channel your manic episode into your writing. Try to channel that manic, whatever it is that you are going through in that space. Try and channel that into some creative idea or some creative project, or just journal about all the stuff you want to buy. It's like window shopping, bitch. Do it online. Just fill up your cart and don't buy none of that shit. And just draw a house and put all the products in the house. And I'm telling you, something is going to come about with it. All right, moving forward. Now, let's see what Akasha is talking about. Akasha is the one who said that you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts. One thing real quick. As healers, right, when we do come in contact with certain people, we trigger awakenings in them, right? That's why sometimes you'll get people who swear that their life has just been upside down since you came around. Now, some people, that's different. I'm talking about on this side, okay? But they get it because you're helping to walk them through their process, and you don't know it just by having some type of conversations with them. A lot of what they will be awakened to, you've already went through, right? So you're going to help them grow through it. So that happens a lot to healers. People come around and like, I had this huge awakening. And then you have people that if they do come around, because that may be why your inner peace was it came, like all that chaos came in or whatever, right? The people around you triggered them, and by triggering them, they didn't understand that, so they probably lashed out at you. They don't want to take accountability. Just do your part, honey, and keep it moving. I'm just saying. Now, clarify, Akasha. This is a new idea, the pursuit of justice, something that comes in. This may be heightened intuition, but with this Ace of Swords here, I feel like many of you are going to begin to write your books, your courses. You're going to begin to journal and realize that this is your purpose. This is your calling. It just makes sense to you. When it makes sense to you and you feel it in your spirit, no one can tell you anything different. That's why you don't discuss what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it with people who ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just saying. And you want to be very mindful of what you're conversing with. This may even be a message that comes in. Someone got the job. Clarify this Ace of Swords, honey. Temperance again. Empress. So this is some information coming in. You are the matriarch. You are the epitome of what it is to be a divine feminine nurturing nurturer. Okay, I feel like this is going to be, whatever this is going to be very lucrative for you. Okay, I also feel that with this Temperance card coming in as well, you have to balance out your feminine energies in order for you to make do with what it is that is coming through, because it's going to take whatever this idea or this information or this message that comes through. It's going to be something that's going to take a lot of with that Sun card, that solar plexus energy. This is your masculine energy. You ready to make some things happen. You got your chest pumped up, you ready, your head high, like, okay, now I'm ready. So they want you to balance out those energies, balance out that masculine and feminine, balance out this energy of receptivity. And with that Empress energy, she's the pregnant mother, right? So she could easily be, by you getting this spark of information coming through, this maybe even a download coming through, and you realize that you pregnant with an idea, bitch. And so that's your second bitch. You're pregnant with this idea, and now it's time for you to the gestation period of this idea. It's going to take some time to get all this down, because this is only the Ace of Swords, right? So it's going to take some time to get all of this information down. Do a lot of learning before you can do the teaching. Like a number of things have to transpire before you give birth here. Okay? But some of y'all may actually be pregnant with your pregnant ass. Don't get pregnant yet, because you need to have a Libra. What is wrong with y'all? All right, surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. And didn't I say that? I should have just read the card. Should just read the card, cause everything is having fun. And you ain't gotta call me your boo. And nothing about you. I did good. I was very respectful this time.